In the wake of George Floyd's death, Fox 9 is dedicated to having conversations about racism and social inequality.
Minneapolis Police Chief Medaria Arradondo recently outlined some of the first steps toward reforming the police department.
In tonight's segment of Voices for Change, Fox 9's Bisi Onile-Ere talks to Ken Rance, who served several years on the Minneapolis Police Conduct Review Panel.
Earlier this week, Minneapolis's chief of police revealed the first in a series of reforms. One of them calls for ending contract negotiations with the Minneapolis Police Union, and also implementing systems that can help identify signs of misconduct. Are these effective steps towards change, in your opinion?
Without question. Chief Arradondo's decision to end the contract negotiation with the Minneapolis Police Union, I think it took a great deal of courage, and I support him fully. Like the great leadership coach John Maxwell stated, that you cannot become what we need by remaining what we are. And I think that's the step that Chief Arradondo did. And like he said in his press conference, he would be looking at, the use of force, the significant role that supervisors play in decision making, and the decision process, the discipline process, when it comes to grievances and arbitration.
And speaking on that, having served on the Minneapolis Police Conduct Review Board panel for several years, do you think that in itself is an effective oversight tool, or do you think that more needs to be done?
No, I don't think it's effective. And yes, I do think that more needs to be done. These are just a couple of recommendations. I mean, look, the complaint process needs to be more accessible and publicized and safe without reprisal for all citizens, okay? Panels should be volunteers and not paid city staff. Panelists should not, they should possess intercultural competencies when reviewing these cases. Panels should also have the ability to investigate as opposed to the ability to just review cases. Panels should be granted subpoena power to call witnesses and conduct interviews.
You talk about the community being more involved, and this brings up to me the breakdown, the fracture of the relationship between the Minneapolis police and the Black community. And it's been that way for quite some time. Do you think that this is a real opportunity now for more transparency to sort of bridge that gap?
I think that there is going to be more, pressure and more light placed on the relationship that Black Americans have had with the police departments across the nation, and also here in the city of Minneapolis. And so I think that you're going to see more change take place, and I think that's a good thing overall.
And during your time on the Police Conduct Review Panel, it kind of gave you a front seat to the inner workings of the police department. What did you see? What did you feel in that experience?
I enjoyed my time on the Police Conduct Review Panel, but one of the things that did concern me is when I received a case, and I had an opportunity to look through the officer's jacket, I would see past infractions, and sometimes there was very little information about that, but it did lead me to question why that officer was still employed on the police department. And I think that it's unfortunate that it takes a murder of a citizen for the police department, the legislatures, the whole judicial system, all stakeholders are involved to then try to, affect change.
And my last question for you is, what does change look like to you as it pertains to the Minneapolis Police Department as we move forward?
Well, I think that we are beginning to see those changes take place with the vote that the City Council made in regards to defunding the police, which I do think it's not just a matter of semantics, but I think they need to be more definitive in regards to what that looks like. I think that the chief of police, Arradondo, took a very bold step in halting the negotiation for the police contract to kind of review some of the aspects of it to make sure that it's addressing some of the concerns. I think that there are going to be some measures in the state legislature that are going to help in regards to use of force, improper chokeholds and procedures. I think now is a great opportunity for Governor Walz to work on his legacy as a governor and to walk the walk and to talk the talk.
Mr. Rance, thank you so much for weighing in, and we sincerely appreciate your time.